No! Oh! Oh, just get out. Get it out of here!
Yeah. Well, I have something here, Harry. It's showtime! I love this stuff.
No, that's a trick. That's some kind of special effects.
It's on record. I'm going to save this stuff.
Welcome to the Good Improv Show. We're live here on YouTube, so we hope you enjoy the show. You can also check us out on G Radio on Saturday.
Yes, and thank you for coming to us no matter where you are in the world. We're happy to have you here for some sketch comedy, and it's going to be a blast.
Yeah, super fun blast. We're going to make up some sketches for you. We're going to improvise some things based on words that were sent in through the Twitterverse and various other social media things that we have connections with. I don't know if you've heard about social media, but we're pretty deep into it. So give it a shot if you haven't tried it. And our words today are cloud,
Dynamite.
And nefarious. I thought we were all three going to say it that time. Oh,
no,
we don't have that kind of coordination.
Yeah. That's not one of the improv games we're playing.
This is exactly why we didn't go to the synchronized saying numbers at the same time event at the Olympics.
Yeah,
and the event doesn't exist.
Especially since we're like in different locations, so there is a slight time delay. So it makes it very difficult to do the speaking. A little harder. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, now you guys know what's going to happen is we're going to make up some sketches for you and you're going to laugh, hopefully. And hey, thank you so much for sending those suggestions in because those all came from viewers just like you. And if you want to do that as well, just feel free and we'll make some fun with them.
Right on.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah?
Dan. Hey, Dan. Do you remember when you tried to get honey with that balloon?
I do remember when I tried to get honey with that balloon. I thought if I made a realistic looking paper mache beehive, that bees would flock to my home and start producing honey. But it never happened. That hive kind of just sat in my room all summer, looking sad. And I just want to reveal now that there were no bees in there. It was just me making a buzzing sound whenever you walked into the room to avoid humiliation.
Yeah, because every time you said something, the buzzing stopped. So
right. Well, it's hard to do the buzz and speak at the same time, right?
Yeah. And that honey that you served me from your beehive that you were bragging about,
mustard.
It tasted very strong. I was suspicious.
I figured honey and mustard go together sometimes, right? So might have been able to get away with it.
A for effort.
Thank you. Hey, Jordan.
Yeah?
Remember when you were on Cloud 9?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Because I was on the path to death. I was doing push-ups. I was doing jumping jacks. I was doing sit-ups. And you told me, you slapped me in the face. You said, Jordan, you keep doing that, you're going to die. And then you gave me some real valuable health advice. And I've been on Cloud 9 ever since. Fried peanut butter banana sandwiches and all of the pills I want.
Exactly. The meal of champions.
I want to thank you. I don't think I could have made those lifestyle changes without you.
I see. This is just it. A lot of people really resist. They resist. They're like, no, I'm really in favor of these 6-pack abs I've got. I'm really in favor of all these hard muscles on my body. Weird, but
you know who resisted it most? My doctor told me I was crazy, that I'd be dead in a year.
Typical. And here you are, 11 months later, and nothing's wrong.
Yeah. Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
You remember when some awkward photos of you got uploaded to the cloud?
I do remember when awkward photos of me got uploaded to the cloud. But you know what? I have a confession to make. I actually purposely leaked those. Nothing's really been going on in my life, and I figure all these celebrities have their leaked photos. So I figured, if I leaked some photos, maybe something would happen. Maybe I'd get a part in a movie or something. But sadly, no. Sadly, no. Maybe it was I don't know if it was the way I took them. I mean, I had a lot of cats.
We cut to a talent agent. Okay, so Mr. DeVoe, you're the one who's been sending us all these photos. The one who's just been bombarding us with these photos here. The one who's just nonstop been sending in these photographs to our agency here. Me and my associate have been looking at them, and frankly, we've been confused.
Oh?
Well, most of the time when people send in photos to our talent agency, they're sending headshots or perhaps like full body shots, just to illustrate what they look like. Maybe black and white pics, maybe regular color photographs, maybe something in nature or in a costume or something. Those are very typical photos. Would you agree with me on that one there, Jordan?
Totally agree. Maybe they use black and white. Probably not sepia anymore, but standard bust shot, regular type of photo.
Right.
I went a different way. Yeah, admittedly.
Yeah, it's just we very rarely see someone kind of pretending to be a centaur in many, many different situations.
You know what? I really feel that's where my strong suit is. I mean, you have movies occasionally where people are cast as centaurs, right? I mean, you have like Greek mythology movies, you have Narnia movies, Harry Potter movies. I can't think of any other movies offhand, but I'm sure there are other movies where you need centaurs. I'm your guy. I am the perfect to play a centaur. My body from the mid up is perfect centaur body. So I played to my strengths. Centaur related pictures.
Like, you think just because Marlon Brando was a centaur and Clint Eastwood was a centaur and Arnold Schwarzenegger was a centaur that you can just trot in here and you think you're going to be the next megastar?
Yeah, I mean, I think I got a good look. I think I got a good, and I can play a centaur in a diverse range of movies, right? I mean, maybe like a modern buddy cop movie. What if it's somebody who was, the one cop? Let me pitch this for you. The one cop, he doesn't like having partners. His last partner died because he was thrown from a horse in a dressage competition. Okay, the horse went crazy, threw him off. Now he's partnered with a brand new detective, the first centaur detective on the force. Huh? They have to be partnered together. They have to solve the big crime. They have to find the drugs that are coming in from Cuba.
Well, that sounds
and
great.
get in there.
That sounds like a great film. But if they make it, they're probably going to cast an already famous centaur like Brad Pitt or Ashton Kutcher. Not going to cast
Take
you.
a risk, though. They'll go with an unknown, right? Go with an unknown, like a bold new actor making bold new choices for centaur actor.
Look, a lot of centaur actors, they come into our agency here. They say, "Look at me, I'm already a real centaur. I got a leg up on the game." You come in here, you're just a human with an admittedly really centaur-y top. I'm not going to take that away from you, but your bottom is like pretty distinguishable as a human bottom, if I'm being honest.
Thing though, like I can really stretch. I can play centaur. I have it. I have the mindset, right? I mean, I can put myself in that role. And you know what? Not only centaurs. I can play satyrs, fawns, right? Anything animal, like
what about minotaur?
Half man, half. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be real with you. Minotaur I can do. I'm not incapable of doing it. Again, animal bottom shows off the top. It would cover my face though. I'd have to have some sort of prosthetic on my face to do it. I could do it. I could do it if it was artistically necessary. I could do it, but I'd have to talk with the director, talk about what kind of film it's going to be, see if it's a minotaur kind of part.
Just, they'd also have to make all kinds of special considerations for you on set, normally they're casting these big centaur actors, as my associate Jordan was saying there. So they have everything set up for a centaur cast, you know? And you want to be a human on set, so what are they going to need for you? Like toilets and some sort of craft services that's not just apples and sugar cubes. Like, what are we talking here?
Yeah, pants.
I'm willing to work with whatever, is given to me, right? I'm willing to go to the bathroom outside where the centaurs go to the bathroom. I'm willing to eat centaur craft services. I really think if I was given a shot, I could really make a difference.
Under special skills, you've listed horseback riding. How's that going to look?
The castmate see out there riding a horse?
Well, think about it. What if in the movie, okay, the centaur hurts his leg, and he's like, I can't run normally. I'm used to running like a horse runs, and then a horse comes along, and the centaur gets on the horse and rides the horse. So the horse becomes the centaur's legs because the centaur can't use his legs, right? Maybe the horse could be like it could be like a Turner and Hooch kind of thing, right? Where it's a centaur and a horse instead of a human and a dog.
Good angle. I can't believe we've never thought about that. We've had a lot of centaur pictures. I'm surprised we never thought of that.
That's why you should hire me. I think outside the box. I think I could. I have some big plans. I think I can really bring something to the performance in these movies. I want to get into producing eventually. I have a lot of big ideas. I think that you would be really passing up a great opportunity if you just let me go.
Jordan, what do you think?
We've got some pictures that we can cast you in. They're a bit alternative, but if you're willing to do certain things, then I think you could find some steady work.
Alternatives like my middle name. It's what I do. I'm all for that. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Let's get started. Let's start making some art together. Like, what alternative things are you talking about here? Black and white, except for like certain things in color, or
centaur pornography.
That's centaur pornography. Centaur on centaur, mostly.
Hardcore stuff.
Well, you know what? It's a leg in.
It really is. I think it really truly is.
Branched to mainstream from pornography careers before, I'm sure. So yeah, okay, okay. I'm willing to do it.
Okay, great. Hoof it over to Studio C, and we'll get you set up.
I'll regret this. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Boy, I hope he survives the first one.
No, not many do.
And see.
Hey, Jordan. Did you remember when you wanted to become a superhero and your superhero gimmick was dynamite? And you thought you'd be able to fly by throwing dynamite behind you and riding the wave of the explosion if you just kept throwing dynamite behind you?
Yeah. That was a pretty fun time in my life before I lost my feet. As it turns out, dynamite is pretty explosive. And you can achieve some thrust. I went up a bit in the air. Lost the old feet here now.
Sound. I mean, without the feet, it was pretty hard for you to land after that first one.
I'm like a superhero now, though, because I can't feel much pain because of all the medication.
Yeah, there you go. I think the other mistake too is when you were, had the villain. You did your superhero catchphrase. It took a little while, took too long, and
And also, when the dynamite explodes, not a lot of people can hear a catchphrase. Gonna be honest with you.
True.
There's some onlookers saying, "What did he say? Something?" I don't know. I think his feet are gone.
A well thought out character for sure.
At least that's what I think I heard over my own screams. It was hard to hear much at that moment.
Well, you did stop the robbery because they were so horrified that they just couldn't move.
Yeah, they were captivated by what they saw. I never saw a man's feet practically disintegrate before.
So good job, I guess.
Thanks.
We cut to the hospital. Yes, this is him right here. This is Dynamite Man. Nurse, so if you'll begin the bandaging of his feet.
Yes. Well, doctor, I don't see any feet. Just kind of two singed stumps.
Shut up, nurse, shut up.
I also can't feel them.
Shut up, Dynamite Man, shut up. Right? We can't let this city believe that Dynamite Man has no feet. Do you know what would happen? You even understand the wave after wave of crime that would be unleashed on this city if criminals thought for even 1 second that Dynamite Man had no feet anymore?
They're for sure gone? Like there's not even a scrap of them left?
No, they're not gone.
Ow!
They're still right there at the end of your legs where they always were. Right, nurse?
I'm hoping that that's a tickling on my foot that I feel and not the cauterizing of my bloody stump because it sure smells like cauterizing.
You don't smell nothing.
I see a large flame.
Nope.
Doctor,
Northern Lights. Nurse, are you all right?
Yeah. No, sorry. I just it's the stink of it's fine. It's fine. Can't we just give him some prosthetic feet or something? I mean, can't we?
Prosthetic
I can
feet?
get
Criminals would smell those out in a heartbeat. He'd go, he'd jump up, he'd go to do his famous catchphrase, Dynamite Man, away I go, watch my bomb explode, explode, explode! And then what would happen? His feet would melt away because they're plastic now? I mean, that's what happened here with his real feet, I guess, as well, but...
You know what they're going to smell, though? They're going to smell the cauterized flesh of his stumps, is what they're going to smell. Wait, what if he just gets a shorter catchphrase? Or what if instead of using a catchphrase and using dynamite to fly, what if he just throws the dynamite at the criminals? I mean, what if he just changes his
It's
tactics?
such a good catchphrase. Didn't you see the enjoyment that he said it with?
The whole city loves that catchphrase.
I wish people could have heard it when I had that incident trying to fly.
You flew perfectly.
Did?
And your feet are still right there. At
They
the end
are?
of your legs where they always was.
Oh, joy. Oh, joy. Get someone to massage him for me, Doc. I could really use a foot massage.
He's
Yeah,
buying
I'll,
into it.
I'll do that. I'll massage.
Thank
I'll
you,
massage
nurse. We cut to the mayor's office. Hello, Dynamite Man. Thank you for being here today.
Hello, Mayor.
We face a grave threat in the city. Me and the city planner here are about to tell you about the grave threat this city faces.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm ready to hear it.
The Captain Mole is threatening to dig a tunnel around our entire city and pull it underneath the earth. I guess he really likes the way our streets are laid out and wants it to be his capital and his mole kingdom.
That's right.
So the only way to stop him, or Dynamite, Captain Dynamite, is with you and your dynamite.
It's Dynamite Man. Don't insult him. He's the best superhero we've got in this city.
Fear not, gentlemen.
Sorry.
I will stop this villain from harming the city as soon as I put on my shoes. Oh my God, I don't have any feet! Ah!
Hey, Justin, remember when you went to the comedy club and you bombed?
I do remember when I went to the comedy club, and I do remember when I bombed. I thought it would be really funny to go up there and just, how, I wanted to keep it topical, right? So you know how all these school shootings are in the news? I thought, what if I do a bit based on that? So, I came in there, I had explosives, I had guns,
Yeah, no, the bit didn't really come across. I mean, it was incredibly realistic. I'm not going to lie, as a member of the audience, or as we're being called survivors.
No, I think it was just too hip for the room, is what it was. They didn't get this was satire, and when the cops came in and I was tased.
We cut to Justin at a family reunion. Hey, cousin, I saw you were on the news. You're telling me that you're doing comedy, and I see you in a bell tower with a rifle.
Well, yeah, you know what? I just wanted my comedy to branch out to more people, right? I mean, so yeah, the new bit that I've devised is I go up to a bell tower with a rifle, and I shoot just kind of right beside someone, you know, to get their attention. And when they look up, hit them with the punchline, you know, hit them with a relatable story about how brain freeze is, you know, really annoying, or airline food is awful, or you know, how when you're driving down the highway and you're in a traffic jam and a bug goes past you and you're like, what the heck? I mean, I'm driving and the bug's going faster than me. You know, like, you know, really clever bits like that.
I don't find any of that relatable. I've never experienced those things. But hey, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well with your career.
Hey, no problem. Yeah, no, if you want to come see me, I'm actually going to do a show later today.
Is that why you have the Uzi with you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I would say there's this rich heiress that is arriving at the social event. So what I'm going to do, and there's always cameras and people watching her, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run in there, I'm going to grab her, so all those cameras are pointing at me, and then I'm going to do some of my bits. You know, I'm going to be wearing a mask because, you know, I want that man of mystery kind of vibe. Maybe pull her inside a building and wait till someone phones me so I can, you know, do some bits over the phone. You know, get a wide range of people.
That's a great idea. Are you going to do another special? Because I didn't watch your last one, but I heard about it, where you fill this van full of fertilizer and then you drive to a building.
Yeah, well, that was actually part of my day job. I'm a fertilizer delivery person, so that was actually completely incidental. But for some reason, a lot of cameras showed up, so I took the opportunity and just, you know, started doing my bits. Started doing my bit about how you know, like hangnail can be really painful, or how, you know, wives drive you crazy, you know, like stuff like that.
I love my wife. She doesn't drive me crazy at all.
Really?
Never had a hangnail either. Nails, perfectly smooth. I don't know who your stuff is for. I'm sure it's for someone, but it's not for me.
Just thought it was experiences that everybody had. Maybe I should branch out, do some more interesting bits. Oh, yeah, you know what? What's popular now? These like pop-up shows. You know what I should do? Oh, I can't believe I never thought of this. You know what I should do? I should buy a ticket for an airplane, right? And I should sneak aboard like a box cutter or something like that. You know, just sneak it onto the plane.
We cut aboard Flight 44.
This guy's hilarious.
All right, legendary comedian died today after hitting the Pentagon.
Oh. Hey, Jordan, remember when you tried to be nefarious, but all your schemes were like not that nefarious?
Yeah. I tried to build up a reputation, you know, a lot of nefariosity. But it turns out I don't have much of a mean bone in my body, really. So it was like, you know, I'll make sure all these hamburgers are slightly overcooked. Get people, you know, or that these fries got a little bit too much salt on them. Not quite enough to complain, but just enough to ruin them a little bit for whoever eats them. Or these sodas just slightly too watery. Again, not quite enough to take it back, but enough that the experience is
There's
ruined.
still some flavor in there.
Yeah. But I never got respect in the crime community. No matter what I
We
did.
cut to a popular fast food restaurant. Excuse me. Hi. Yes, I don't mean to complain. I normally don't do this as a public figure. I mean, you may recognize me. I'm the Green Lantern. As a public figure, I don't really like to complain and that. But I found this soda. It was just slightly too watered down. I was just wondering.
Security guard.
Maybe check with. What?
Yeah.
Security guard. He's saying something about a watered down soda, and I'm afraid that he's gonna like come at me.
What? No. I'm just trying to let you know.
Hey, hold on there, sir. Hold on there, sir. You are dressed kind of strangely. You're wearing all green spandex, it looks like there, and you've got a mask covering your eyes. Take that mask off. Who are you?
I can't take my mask off. It's a secret identity. That's the whole point.
Oh,
I just
secret.
stopped a bank robbery. I was hungry. I came in here to get a burger and some fries and a soft drink.
So you got those
the
things?
soda just tasted like water. I just think that maybe you're running out of your soda mix. Maybe it just has to be replaced.
All right, move along, sir. Get out of here. Come on, move along. Move along.
I get it. He wants me to go check the soda mix so he can empty out the register.
Yeah, I see what's happening here too.
Seen that
I
trick a
rob the
lot.
register. I'm saying the soda is a bit watery. Okay, it's just a little watered down.
Right. And I go back there to check the soda pumps, and you hit me over the head with a brick. Take the money that's in the...
First of all, I am a renowned superhero with a power ring. I don't need to hit you over the head with a brick. Okay?
Where'd you get that ring from?
It's a long story, but basically an alien died and gave it to me because I had to protect this sector of the galaxy.
Oh, the alien just died, huh? Yeah, you got that you got that on a corpse, is what I'm hearing.
No, it was a corpse when I got there. I mean, he was dying because of a spaceship crash.
Oh, it wasn't a corpse when you got there, but after you left, you made sure he was dead, huh? I hear what you're doing.
Look, I don't have time to go over this. I have to get back to the tower. I just wanted to let you know that the soda was a bit watery, okay?
Oh, I better go check it and maybe leave this cash register open so somebody doesn't hit me over the head with a brick.
Yeah, whoops, and I'm just a stupid security guard asleep at the job.
Shh.
Okay.
I think we were born yesterday here.
Look, there's no robbery happening. I just wanted to let you know your soda
That's right,
machine.
there's not, pal. Not while I'm here.
He's got pepper spray.
Okay, you know what? Fine, whatever. Could I just have an apple pie to go, please? I gotta get out of here.
Oh, I get it. I go to grab the apple pie, and my back is turned, and suddenly there's a brick hitting me in the head.
I will deploy the pepper spray if I have to, sir.
Don't grab apple pies. People order apple pies, don't they?
Some of them.
Yeah, I guess so.
Look, here's the money. Right here. I'm gonna put it on the counter. Just for an apple pie, please.
Yeah, like I'm going to grab that money. Come on, pal. As soon as I go for that money, you're going to stick a knife in my hand, pinning my hand to the desk, and then you're going to demand the money out of the register.
Why would I do that? Why would look, there's a bank right across the street.
Hey, whoa. Don't go robbing no banks, pal, okay?
I spoiled a robbery at the bank. I'm just saying that if someone's going to rob something, why would they not rob the bank where there's millions of dollars? Why would they come in here and rob your cash register?
Because it's so much less suspicious. Nobody's going to worry about a teller at a fast food restaurant when there's a bank across the street.
Can I get an apple pie or not? Look, I just want an apple pie to go, okay?
Give him the apple pie.
Okay. Take it, buddy. Just take it, okay?
You happy
take
now?
Whatever you want.
Huh, you happy? You made this poor man scared?
I don't mean to scare anybody, okay? Look, I'm a superhero, okay? I protect people.
Sure. Yeah, that's what they all think, right? We had this guy come in here the other day talking about how he had laser vision and he could freeze people with his breath and stuff. It's like, do you know how terrifying that experience was? We're constantly getting terrorized by you people in here.
Yeah, people used to respect us enough. They used to respect us enough to tell us that they had a gun or something simple. But now they come in making these vague threats about being able to freeze us with their breath.
Yeah. Exactly.
Look, you're right down the street from the Justice Tower, okay? It's a convenient place to come for lunch. Superheroes are going to come in here. You know, it's going to happen. And
I get it. And if they don't, you're gonna smash us with a hammer that you wished into existence.
You know what? Okay, whatever. I'm just going to take my pie. You have the money for the pie.
Take it. I'll put the pies in a bag, okay?
I'll put them in a bag. Take whatever you want.
Put the money in a bag.
Just take the pies. You want the money on the pies? Fine. I think it would ruin the taste of the pies.
Give it to him.
Stop! What are you doing? I don't want any money. I paid for the pie. I just want to take the pie.
You got the pie now. I hope you're happy. You know what? Last week, a guy came in here wearing a normal business suit, and then suddenly there was a flash of light in the sky. And next thing you know, he's got this suit ripped off. He's got this other whole crazy suit underneath it. He's whipping these boomerangs around. And it's like, you can't even trust a person who looks just like a human anymore.
Okay. All right. You know, okay, whatever. I'm just going to go. I got to get back to the Justice League. If it bothers you so much, I'll let everybody there know not to come here to order lunch anymore.
Oh,
okay?
yeah, like that'll do us a big favor. That won't be known as
destroy our business.
Yeah, the store that banned the superheroes will have picketers out front.
Right.
You're aware. You are aware that we are superheroes. You are aware that we are superheroes. Then
You know what? I
heard
think
of superhero.
evil people can cloak themselves in good deeds so that
Yeah.
when they do something awful, no one looks at
That's
them.
right. So you're out there. Okay, so fine, you foil a bank robbery. That's great. But next thing you know, you're in here pinning my friend's hand to the counter with a knife, taking all the money from the register.
So we're damned if we do and damned if we don't. If we don't come back here, we're bad guys because we're not coming back here and supporting.
Ah,
the
so
business.
you admit you're
Coming
bad guys.
Admitted. Caught him.
You know what? This is okay. This is the Denny's all over again. All right, I have to go. Okay, thank you for the pie. Have a lovely day.
You too. Recommend us to your friends, okay?
Fun.
Charles Jr. out just down the street from the Legion of Doom.
They call them supervillains, but they tip really well. It's
Fine, it's fine. Those supervillains are good customers. Do not let Killer Croc use the bathroom. But other than that, they're all good. They're all good. Good.
Hey, hey, Dan.
Yes.
Do you remember when you were putting bees inside of piñatas instead of candy?
I do remember that, yes. It was a throwback to an earlier time in my life where I had constructed a beehive out of paper mache and left it in my home, hoping to have bees there over the summer. And then a friend of mine, whenever he came by, would make a buzzing sound with my mouth to try to fool him into believing there were bees just in case there weren't. I even went so far as to feeding him mustard in place of honey to continue the ruse. But yeah, no, now I fill piñatas with bees because I'm so rich in bees now. Before I used to be bee poor, but now I can spare them. It's not a problem anymore. Before I was like, oh, I got none, but now I got plenty. So.
We cut to a supervillain talent agency. Gentlemen, your next big supervillain is here. I present to you Senor Honeybee. Yes, my gimmick is I have these tiny piñatas that I make myself. So it's a nod to my Mexican heritage, and I throw these piñatas. They're full of bees. So my bees come and they attack the superhero, or the bank teller, or whomever. Well, it's not really whomever I choose. They're very difficult to train. They kind of just attack whoever they break beside, but still, nefarious nonetheless. I have other kind of Latino bee-related weaponry as well. I have
Okay,
I'm
going to pause you there.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
just
gonna
pause you
you
right
there.
there. I think it's a good idea.
I can only speak for myself, but I think I would be interested in having the bees.
Mm-hmm. Yes, good. Exactly
Join
what I was
us.
going to say. The bees really appear to be the star here in this
Yeah.
whole duo.
They're doing most of the stinging and the biting.
They're
and
the Batman. You're kind of the Robin here.
That's true, but I come up with all the nefarious plans, though, right? I'm the one who puts them in the piñatas, and I have other things too. I have other things. I have trick empanadas. People go to bite into it, and it's just full of ants. I'm working on getting ants
Sounds
to
annoying.
carry jewelry out of places.
Yeah, and the ants are doing most of the
Right.
no
Most of
pun
the robbing,
intended, but
actually,
most of the
yeah.
heavy lifting there.
That's true, but all my weapons are Mexican culture mixed with some sort of hive insect, like wasps.
Seems
Right.
like
I-
you have a talent for
Carpenter.
capturing insects.
yeah.
Have you ever
Oh, yeah.
considered
That's,
just working in extermination? Maybe. As
Pest
opposed to
control.
super villainry.
That's the job I do now. I'm looking to branch out into being a supervillain. It's always been a dream of mine. My mother growing up always told me great tales about supervillains and their colorful costumes. I mean, I have this kind of this kind of Mexican wrestler themed outfit, as you see.
It's like a bumblebee.
I
I
have
mean,
a lowrider.
you look a lot
back.
like Bumblebee guy from The Simpsons. Your costume kind of looks identical to the Bumblebee man on The Simpsons there.
I wasn't familiar with that show when I designed it, but I mean, I can make some changes if that's necessary. But I really think that seeing the red and black or the yellow and black bee colors will really drive fear into the hearts of my enemies.
When you walked in here, my first thought was, oh no, he's covered in some strange sticky sap-like material. And then you walked across the bearskin rug, and then you sat down in that very expensive leather chair that you're sitting in. And I can't help but notice that you have left a trail of what appears to be like a very sugary, kind of sappy, sticky substance on everything that you've touched.
Yep, and that's another one of my gimmicks, right? That's another thing. That's how they know I was there. So I leave a trail of honey behind. But then that trail of honey leads right into one of my classic traps. You know?
Like, okay, so like, what kind of trap are you talking about? Maybe the trap will be better.
I had a piñata full of lots of bees.
Okay, that's again
know,
just
set
the
on-
bees
set the-
doing all the work, right? And does the guy have to hit the piñata until the bees come out, or
Have you ever been able to walk by a piñata without hitting it?
I
Yeah.
guess
No,
that's,
I also
that's
have,
fair. That's fair.
That's-
I also have these tortillas that I fold, and inside are termites, so they slowly work the foundations out of a building. You know, give them about 20, 30 years, that building's coming down. You know, unless the city pays me $1 million. These are just some of the plans and plots that I'm working on here. You know,
A lot of the termites seem to have escaped their little cage, whatever you keep them in, and are chewing up that grand piano over there.
I apologize for that. Sorry,
It doesn't really bode well that you're apologizing as well. Like, if you're trying to be a supervillain, it would really behoove you to not apologize for things like that.
I really think I have a lot to offer the supervillain community, and I really think my ideas are good ones, and I really think you'd be passing up a great opportunity if you don't hire me, get me on your roster for supervillain. I mean, I'm willing to start small, work with some of the teams out there. You know, I'm surely you have a super criminal out there who's looking for some henchmen. You know, I'm willing to be a kind of a B-level villain for a bit and kind of work my way up to a bigger one.
Okay, stop it right there. Stop it right there with that B-level villain. Stop that.
Okay, all right, you caught that. Good. That's that means you're paying attention. And a smart man like you is not going to let an opportunity like this get away.
All right, well, let me speak to my associate for a moment here.
Of course.
All right, well, I don't know. What do you think? Ever since the Dominican Scorpion stopped being a supervillain, we have been kind of missing sort of a Latin America, sort of Central American bug-related supervillain on the roster.
We've definitely got room on the roster. We've got holes we got to fill. It's just odd, we had that guy who came in with his thing was he had a pack of angry wolves and he just lets the wolves go and they bite people.
Right. And then the guy who was under the sea, but it was just like, oh, I roll with a bunch of whales and the whales kind of mop up whatever comes my way.
Yeah, just distasteful.
Yeah. It's
The best I think we can do is vice president of evil affairs.
Fine. All right, we'll just make him the offer.
All right.
Him the offer. Just suck it up and do it. All right, well, Senior Honeybee, was it?
Yes.
I mean, that really sounds like a superhero's name, if I'm being honest.
I'm willing to work on the name. I mean, I'm good at coming up with nefarious villain plans, but naming is not a strong suit, so I'm willing to workshop that. I mean, I'm flexible with that.
Right. Well, I guess we can offer you the job. You can come on the roster. Probationary, of course.
There's a fridge you can put your lunch in. There's a coffee room.
Yeah.
Gracias. Thank you so much. You know, I'm really looking forward to getting out there and helping you guys. I have actually fought a superhero before. It was maybe you've heard of him, Dynamite Man. I threw a bee pinata at him. He threw a stick of dynamite, hit midair, and it actually deflected back and blew most of his face off. It was actually quite disturbing.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
lost a lot of body parts over the years.
He remains our biggest threat.
Man.
Hey, Dan,
Yeah.
do you remember when you trained for years for a non-existent Olympic sport?
Yes, I do, Jordan. Cloud watching. Probably my best time of my life, I would have to say, was during that training session. Most devastating time of my life, being told that cloud watching is not and will never be an Olympic sport. When I was born, my father said, "Son, one day you will watch the clouds at the Olympic Games." I didn't understand it at the time because he was telling me when I was a baby. But over the years, I did watch clouds, Jordan. I watched a lot of clouds. I watched a cloud that looked like a duck, all the way over to a cloud that looked like a frog. Some clouds were formless. Some days there were no clouds in the sky at all, making my training very difficult. I'd have to look at pictures of clouds in books.
We cut to the 2028 Summer Olympic Games. All right, and welcome back to the 2028 Summer Olympic Games held here in Manchester, England. So many overcast days here, not a lot of sun, which is perfect for our new trial event of cloud watching. And here the athletes are taking to the field now. They're taking their positions. They are getting ready to go. They're lying down on their backs, and there's the whistle, and they are off.
It's nice of cloud watching to use a whistle and not a whistle, a much quieter version of a similar technology invented specifically for this event.
Justin, Jordan, it's Dan here down on the field. I am with the Canadian watcher here, and he appears to be wavering. I've seen his glance sometimes slip over to do a tree, and sometimes he's moved it all the way to the ground. So the judges are watching him closely, seeing if he takes his eyes fully off these clouds. We'll keep you updated down here.
The judges are not going to like that, Jordan. He's bound to lose some marks for that. How many marks do you think he could lose?
Well, the judges are all over the scoreboard these days. As you know, they gave a 9 to the nation of Mordor. They gave an 8 to the nation of Doomsville. And Canada has scored 3 points so far.
Right, all right. Well, we're going to cut over to another Olympic event, a trial Olympic event now. This is the Olympic event of spoon polishing, and here we have the athletes approaching the table. They have some brasso set up, and some of them are using CLR. That has just recently been allowed in. We're going to go to Dan, who's there on the field. Dan,
yes,
Dan,
I'm down here on the field. There's devastating news once again for the Canadian polisher. He seems to have brought in a fork to this competition instead of a spoon, confusing the two utensils in his haste to wake up this morning. He attributes it to the time difference between Canada and England.
Now we're getting a look at the judges, and yes, the Canadian competitor has been disqualified for bringing a fork to a spoon polishing competition.
There go the dreams for the Canucks. They were really put everything they had behind this guy. He was the only spoon polisher on the Canadians, the team that qualified. So there go their hopes for a medal.
You know what? Justin,
Jordan,
sorry to break in here. Just back at the sport of cloud watching here. It's Dan down on the field, and the nation of Mordor is having a heated contest with the judge as some smoke seems to have drifted into the field of vision of their competitor, and his eyes has wandered over to the smoke instead of the cloud. So they're just trying to figure out how that's going to work moving forward.
Jordan, well, have you ever had any of something like this happen in cloud watching before? Smoke is a very similar substance to cloud. Does that count?
Well, it's hard sometimes to tell the difference between a nimbulus cumulus and a puff of smoke. One has to take years to train at a level where they can distinguish different things in the sky. For example, the Canadian competitor took a lot of time to be able to separate airplanes from clouds. Not everybody can do that.
Yes, I remember the Lithuanian competitor was disqualified for watching a duck fly by, thinking it was just a fast-moving cloud. Now, Jordan, you also have a brand new Olympic event that you have been following quite closely. Would you tell us about that one, please?
Absolutely. Cloud wrestling, where competitors will step into a squared circle and attempt to defeat a cloud in hand-to-hand combat. Clouds, of course, don't have hands, so they are expected to come out on top.
We're going there now. They're setting up the humidifier. They're really letting it build up to get a big cloud in there. Dan, who's the first contestant up in the cloud wrestling event?
That would be the Canadian wrestler. He's going up against a humidifier cloud that is quite formidable. I've heard that this cloud has been taking in water nonstop and has not been cutting weight for this competition, and still weighs in at less than a single pound.
This is going to be quite the contest. Let's go live to the field now. They're entering the ring now, and the Canadian. It looks like he's trying to get a grip, but can't quite get a hold of the cloud. He seems kind of stumped. Now he's just kind of standing in the middle of the ring, getting wetter and wetter as the cloud is just kind of enveloping him.
We'll take a moment now for a brief commercial. So stay tuned for more from the games. Are we off mic now? We're off mic now. You know, no one mentions that Dan fellow beat a man to death, but was never sentenced to prison.
He's quite a character.
One of the conditions of my parole was that I work the Olympic Games with you guys.
Odd condition, you know.
Very odd.
The judge was my brother, so.
That explains it.
Yeah.
Well,
and we're back.
Welcome to the match.
All right. Well, I guess that the scene is over now.
Take it from there. It's a very visual scene for a very audio show.
Justin?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you thought you had a bunch of dynamite strapped to your chest, but it turned out to just be some hot dogs?
You remember that. I remember that because I set that up myself. I also then had a moment of panic because I'm like, oh my God, what did I send with my kid to his school barbecue? You may remember that news story, school explodes in mystery dynamite explosion. They put them on the grill and, thank God all the kids were at the playground. Only teaching staff got hurt. Then my appointment at the bank did not go well either. So unlucky me. Hey, do you remember when you thought that anything you wrote on anything would be uploaded to a cloud?
Oh, yeah. So I was petrified to write anything down. I was trying to keep everything in my mind. But it's tough to keep track of all the passwords and all the things you would jot down, grocery lists and all that stuff. So I ended up forgetting how to write. The weirdest thing.
Well, I'm just trying to remember all those passwords. It's bound to push something else out of your brain.
Yeah. I can only keep so much in there. Hey, Dan.
That's why I'm anti-techno.
Yes.
Do you remember when you were in a really bad accident and the doctors were able to save your life by putting a stick of dynamite where your penis used to be?
Yes, I certainly do. And it's made me more popular with the ladies than ever before. So, let me tell you, that losing my penis in that accident, that industrial press down on my penis, compressing it to a micron thin,
Disc?
sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they replaced my penis with that stick of dynamite. Yeah, it's 20 minutes it took to do that. It's a lot of pressure, heat, After a while, you get used to it. You're like, okay, well, the penis is gone for sure.
Right.
So I may as well just enjoy the ride.
Now you have a stick of highly explosive dynamite.
I sure do.
Where your penis used to be.
And the ladies love it.
What are all these women's silhouettes on your ceiling, Dan? Oh, never mind.
It's nothing.
We cut to Dan having a chat with his neighbors.
Hey, neighbors.
Hey.
Uh,
Yeah, and it was the weirdest thing, about 2:30 in the morning. Justin and I both come bolting out of our houses
Oh,
into our backyards, kind of looking around because, we heard this loud explosion.
oh,
And we know you were on a date the other night.
yes, I was.
Hoping things went well.
They went very well.
I just the noise disturbance was something else. Did you just blow out your speakers or something?
No, didn't blow up my speakers. Speakers still functioning as they should be.
Determined it was coming from your house. We were going to go in there, but then there was nothing, no other noises, nothing ever seemed to miss. So we thought we'd just ask you about it next time we saw you. It was loud. Like it was like my window shook.
Yeah, I thought maybe you left the gas line going and then you decided to light a cigarette or something.
No, I did light a cigarette, but no, I did not leave a gas line going. I didn't leave a cigarette after what I was doing, but I may as well tell you gentlemen now because this is obviously going to happen again and we're going to have a problem again. My penis has been replaced with a highly explosive stick of dynamite. Therefore, every time I am to engage in sexual intercourse, it explodes.
Oh. But so it explodes at the end of the proceedings.
Correct, yes.
So do you have to get it replaced with a new one?
Well, you learn to do it yourself after a time.
Now I have more questions. There's been a guy in the area running around with a trench coat, and people are saying he opens up the trench coat and he wiggles at him, and he looks nude, but there's something odd, like there's a stick of dynamite where his wiener should be.
Well, Jordan, that might have been me. What you were describing is very close to something I do, but then you described his penis wiggling. And my penis doesn't wiggle at all, seeing as it's a hard stick of dynamite. So it just kind of swings, more so than wiggles.
I hope they catch that guy.
Yeah, me too. That guy sounds terrible. Now, if you would have said a guy running around in a trench coat with a penis that swings and looks like a stick of dynamite, then I'm probably your man, but...
So what about if you're by yourself? I mean, does it hurt your hand? How do you
What do you mean?
Well, if you're by yourself,
Watching TV or something?
With a magazine, you know what I mean?
Like a Sports Illustrated or something?
Fishing Weekly.
No. I mean, what if you're pleasuring yourself and then you go off?
Like you go fishing?
That would be a pleasure.
Oh. Okay, you know what?
I would never do something like that and pleasure myself. But yes, that would probably blow my whole hand up for sure.
All right. Okay. So the women, how do they survive?
Well, the vagina is a very resilient piece of equipment, Justin. I don't know if you've been with a woman before, but the myths about it getting all stretched out and all that's all just myths, right?
Okay. What about when it's exploded, though?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty bad sometimes, I guess.
Okay.
Isn't that murder?
Most of them survive. Come on now. And if they don't, then they had the ride of their life before they didn't, right?
There's 6 cars that are parked in front of your place. I think they're abandoned.
Got a popular spot to dump your car, I guess.
So the woman you were with the other night when Jordan and I heard the explosion.
Cheryl.
Cheryl. Are you seeing her again?
Yes. Yes, I will be seeing her again.
Ah, well, that settles that then.
I will be seeing her again for sure. Yes.
Live? On a date?
This is the one. You're gonna settle down.
Okay, well, Justin kind of. Fine. All right, fine. I won't be seeing her alive on a date. No.
What?
Okay.
I thought it was really working out with you two.
Look, you don't know how hard it is having a stick of dynamite as a penis, okay?
I can imagine. Why don't you get something else attached for a penis? Just off the top of my head, perhaps an artificial penis. They make those.
Why don't we just cut off your penis and replace it with an elk's antlers?
So dynamite could you go with?
Yes, This is what I know. This is what I was born with, presumably, and this is what I know.
It would be nice to do some things, you know, like Justin and I will go to dinner with our wives, and you're always there. You're always showing up with someone new, you know.
I was married once.
Yeah, the before times, I know.
Yeah. I was married once. We abstained until our wedding night, and then I wasn't married anymore.
Your penis was a stick of dynamite.
When was this happen? When did this get replaced?
It wasn't replaced. It's been this way for as long as I can remember.
Born with it. So when you were a child, you had a small stick of dynamite.
It was probably like a firecracker, an M80 back then, you know. But as things grow and things change.
Did you have a rabbi come by and chop the top of the fuse off?
No, I'm not Jewish.
I didn't ask if you were Jewish. A lot of people get that procedure done and they're not Jewish.
Well, yeah, but not by a rabbi, right?
Well, I guess. A doctor then.
I mean,
yes, well, a doctor.
They know how to do it.
Jeez, you guys act like you've never seen a guy with a stick of dynamite for a penis before.
We haven't.
What do you guys got for penises there? Penises?
Yeah.
Yes.
How mundane. Middle of the road. Yawn. How did you guys even get wives?
We
have wives.
Keep them.
Yeah, we can keep them. By the way, stop sending unsolicited pictures of dynamite to our wives.
Fine. Fine. As friends, I can stop doing that. That's fair. That is fair.
You know what? I mean, I guess this isn't too unusual.
Seems a C4 would be better for a penis because you could mold it into whatever shape you wanted.
Well, I'll tell you what. Next time I'm designing my ideal penis, I'll consider C4, okay?
Plastic. This isn't too unusual. Like I guess I haven't told you guys this before, but my wife's breasts are actually two cartoonish bombs with fuses sticking up.
Justin, okay, come on. Come on. That's amazing. And do they explode often, or?
Oh yeah. If I'm playing with them, I got to get out of there. You know,
pretty quick.
Yeah. One fuse is a little shorter than the other. You know, because they're natural.
I understand. Yeah. Yes, you know that plastique stuff that you were talking about there, Jordan.
Yeah, well, I got something for you. My lady's boobs are landmines.
They're landmines. So they're like little flat and you have to step on them to activate them?
Pressure activated, yeah. You're going to step on them. You can grab them. Well, no, you can't grab them.
Well,
but
I wouldn't even want it if they're landmines. Sheesh. I mean, the bombs, yeah, obviously, I'm into that, but...
They're very round. They're very round and full.
Yeah, they do these landmines. Something shoots up out of them and then it explodes. Like,
nice we can have this conversation, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy stuff. Well, I think that about does it. So showtime is over, folks.
The improv is complete.
You have seen it. You can't unsee it.
And thank you so much for watching. We really are grateful. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the people that send in suggestions.
Yeah.
If you liked this, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel on YouTube. That would really help us out. We're getting more momentum, and we'd love to have you come enjoy more fun with us.
Yeah, check out goodimprov.com as well. We get some old episodes on there. We got some funny little articles and stuff. And links to all the other stuff that we're doing.
Sweet. Well, have a nice day, everyone.
See you later.